Hi, welcome to my public journal. If this happens to be the first time you're watching this, let me give you some background into what this public journal is. Also, if this is the first time you are hearing from me, seeing me for the first time, let me introduce myself to you as well. I am Ewania Obed and you're highly welcome to my channel. I am a pharmacist and a software engineer and currently also a health informatics student. That is, I'm doing my master's in health informatics. And anytime I talk about this, people wonder how the hell were you able to do this? But yeah, that is my life, and I'm trying to combine my knowledge in health as well as that in software engineering and make something out of it. But what I'm enjoying right now is the process of building and growing a product. That is, the building part is me coding a product every single day, showing you the progress. So that is what the public journal is all about. When I started off, I started 100 days of code challenge, and I've been posting on Twitter almost every single day. Okay, now X, almost every single day. Today is like day 49, I guess. 49 or 50. Yeah, we are close to 50 there about, and I'm so excited about it. But what I've realized over this period of time is that there's been a lot of growth. Like every single day, I'm learning something new. I'm enjoying the process. And I thought as much that there are a lot of other people out there who need some form of motivation, inspiration to help keep them going. So instead of hiding in my own room and doing my own thing and motivating my own self, maybe I could make this public so that people like you who come across this video will also be motivated to help you push forward. So in the course of doing this 100 days of code, I decided to start building real life projects and not just do any dummy project. I could have taken anything up at all, but I thought about a problem that I was facing and I wanted to build a solution to it. But to make it more fun, I decided that hey, let's make this into a SaaS platform. And that is how I started building this particular project. The project or the tool or platform that I'm building is called CodeSnipX. CodeSnipX is like a snippet management platform where you are able to create, edit, add, delete, like everything concerning code. Why? What do I mean by that? So if you have any sort of code snippets that you've written, say for instance, I've written a code that allows me to connect to a MongoDB database. Almost every project that I do, I'm going to have to write this thing again. In fact, I work a lot with Express.js, and I realize that almost every time that I'm working with Express.js, I write the same code over and over and over. For instance, I want to connect to the database using Mongoose. I have to write this code over and over again. So I thought as much like, how can I have this like optimize my process so that I speed up things for myself? And one of the solutions that I thought about is, okay, what if this code that I write several times depending on the projects that I'm working on, I could store that code somewhere so that anytime I need it, I'll just run a simple command and get it for myself, or copy and paste it anytime that I need it. So that is where the idea for code snippets came into pass, and I decided to pursue it by building this in public and sharing with you all how it is being done. And in the process, I discovered that there were so many things that needs to go into this to make it a SaaS platform as I decided to pursue. And I'm so excited. There are so many challenging phases. I'm learning every single day. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I've already published the NPM package for it. I'm looking forward to publishing a VS Code extension. So I've already started looking into how to create VS Code extensions. I'm looking at creating a Chrome extension, looking at creating a Python package, that's a pip package, you know. So I'm really excited about the prospect of this tool. Not even how it's going to eventually either make money or become a business, but then the process of building something where I am learning and becoming better by the day. And that is what I want to take you on with me on this same journey, so that you can grow with me. You will also be motivated to want to do your own stuff. So you're highly welcome if this is the first time you are seeing this sort of video, and this is like episode 12 of the videos that I've been putting out. So do want to check the previous videos out. But if you have been watching all these previous videos, thank you so much for spending your time, choosing to spend your time with me. I hope you are getting some sort of motivation from it. And now let's talk about what I did today. So today happens to be a Saturday, and I was really trying to get some rest because I've not been getting enough rest in the past couple of days. And even though I was getting some rest, I still needed to get some things done. I decided to work on the front end, where you are able to create code snippets and store them in the database directly. So previously we've been using the documentation with Swagger to communicate with our database, but now I want to use the front end itself to do that. And in the process of creating this, I discovered that how I've arranged it and how I really wanted it to be in the front end is not how my back end is receiving it. So I need to do some sort of refactoring, and that is really a pain in the ass. Like seriously, I didn't anticipate it, and now I'm going through all my code base to make several changes, and I'll show you soon some of the changes that I've made. But frankly, it's always good if the products that you're building, you have the whole idea formed and you know exactly how it's going to play out. For instance, if you have your UI UX designed already way before you get started into writing any line of code, it's really helpful so that we don't get here where I've gotten to right now. But the reality or the truth of the matter is that if you're working as a solo dev on projects like this, it's quite difficult for you to know way in advance everything that you're going to do and how you should structure it. So I think for me right now, what is most important, what I've learned from this process, is the speed of execution. That it's not really about having everything formed and waiting until everything is totally like you fully understand what you're building before you start building, but the speed at which you execute on these is the most important. So yeah, I realized that I need to refactor. I'm going to spend some time on it to refactor it, but how fast can I get this done? I think for me that is the most important aspect, and I'm enjoying the process, trying to relearn things and also refactor things. It makes me think about things thoroughly. I begin to ask questions that I didn't ask before, and now I get to know that okay, the next time I'm building something like this, I need to consider A, B, C, D. So that is the growth that I'm seeing, and I talked about growth yesterday in yesterday's video, and that is one of the huge ones that I'm seeing. So let me go ahead and show you what I did today. As I was working on the front end today, I hit a small roadblock, and I realized that the presentation, the way I've presented the data in the database, is not necessarily how I implemented in the front end. So I needed to do some refactoring, and the front end part was going to make more sense. So I needed to change what I had already had stored in the database. So one of the key things is the languages model. So in here, I'm showing you the MongoDB database attached to our platform, that's CodeSnipX. And here you can see that we have languages. So this is the languages collection, and now I've made the updates. Previously it wasn't like this. It was the name and I think category as well as subcategories, but now I've just switched it to the name of the language. So here, for instance, we have JavaScript, then there are categories under JavaScript. The categories would be things like the various libraries or frameworks under a specific language. So for instance, as you can see here, we have React as one of the categories. We have Node.js as one of the categories. We have Vue.js as another category. So the idea is now to have this pre-added languages and their categories in the database. And then when the user is trying to create a snippet, so that is what I was working on today. Still not done because I had to go back and do the refactoring. But if you are about to create a code snippet, you're going to write the title of your snippet, you write a description of it, then you write the actual code in here. Whatever code you write, you proceed to choose what is the domain. So now, unfortunately, the language is not showing. I have to go look at the code again. But previously, I didn't have anything like domain. I used to call it categories, and now I've changed it to domain. And the domain is whether this code that you're writing has to do with web development or it has to do with data science or any of those domains. So we are going to make available a list of those domains that you're going to be able to choose from, as well as the language. So you're going to also choose the language. Then you also have the choice to choose whether this is going to be public or private. And what I'm thinking is that by default, all snippets will be created as public so that others will also have access to it. But then depending on the subscription that you have on the platform, you should be able to create private snippets. So if you're on the free, probably you'll not be able to create private snippets. I haven't implemented that yet. For now, my focus is on getting the functionality up and running. So if you're about to create a snippet, you are able to make all of these settings, and just so that everything works, because some of the changes I've made right now wasn't previously part of the code base for the back end. So now I've done this in the front end. I'm here to send, make a request to the back end from the front end, but I have to make sure that I've edited the front end, and it's affecting almost every code that I've written so far. So I'm going through it to make sure that everything works perfectly before coming here to finish the creating snippets side. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really like this video and you want me to keep putting out these videos, please and please again, give the video a like. Give the video a thumbs up. And also, if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and show me some love by subscribing to the channel, and also share the video with your colleagues. Let them also find this motivational video and also learn from everything that we are doing on this channel. If you have any questions or any suggestions to me as to how I can make the tool better, or how I can get people to use the tool, or anything at all, you have some suggestions, or you just want to even motivate me, please go ahead and leave some comments down there and I would be happy to read them. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.